What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new edition of the Influence Show. My name is Michael Blessed, and joining me as always is Emmanuel. And Emmanuel, how you doing, man?
Very well, bro.
Yeah. How was the weekend? Happy New Month.
Happy New Month, bro.
Yeah.
It's a new week.
It's a new week, a new month as well.
At the same time,
yeah.
I'm
Happy
sure
New Month to you
this
out there.
month is going to be full of prosperity,
yeah,
and,
sure.
and God's blessings, man.
Yeah, because we started well, and we hope it will end well by God's grace, and
Absolutely.
that's our prayer. And
Yeah.
it's a prayer to all our friends out there. We wish you all the best, and
The November shall be a November to remember,
remember,
right?
yeah,
Especially
sure.
because the US election is around the corner.
Yeah.
So it's taking place next tomorrow on
very,
the
very
3rd.
clear. Yeah. On
It's
the
going to
call,
be
yeah.
it's going to be Trump versus Biden, right?
Biden, yeah.
And what do you think is winning that election, bro?
I don't know. I can't.
Hey,
I can't. But
the
I could just say
the Lord knows,
the
right?
Lord knows. But I could, if I can say from my own end, I could just I think I would prefer continuity on the side of Trump. Yeah.
So if you're in America right now, you'll be voting for America. You'll be voting for Donald Trump.
Definitely. America is for God.
Myself, I would also. I'll be much happy giving my vote to Donald Trump.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Considering the fact that he's on the mission to bring back God into the American White House,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
And from his body language, he has actually done a whole lot, and I think
we expect more from him.
Yeah, he has all it takes to make America great, right?
Yeah.
So
no, we can't just say America great, more great, because America is great already. Yeah. That's
so
good.
this is not to campaign for Trump.
No, we're not comparing.
Yeah. Feel free to vote for whoever
you wish
is your
to.
choice.
Yeah, sure.
But man,
we're just saying
from this end,
we have
the right to choose who we want to win the election.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. So it's been a good day and a great week.
Yeah.
Probably a great month again. So we thank God for everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of things have happened over the past few weeks.
Yes,
and,
I keep hearing about COVID-19 looting, right?
Yeah,
and,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And the looting was taken so serious to the extent that we almost forgot, the general issue from our political leaders, right? That has happened in the past, and we're now focusing so much on. COVID-19 palliative looting, and that trended a whole lot now.
It trend like seriously because and even from what is going on and this arresting of Nigerian citizens, about those even the innocent ones who were not even there. I heard some of them were arrested and all of that. I think
if they were not there, right?
Yeah.
Then how possible is it for them to be arrested? They were not there. Maybe they were just passing by.
Yes, but I don't even if they are there. I'm not going against them because
see the possibility that I'm seeing. It's possible that maybe somebody is just coming from the market, for instance. On your own, you just went to the market to shop for some food items, right?
Yeah.
And maybe because you pass the front of a warehouse, for instance, you can also be apprehended.
Yeah, for that.
And be considered as a COVID-19 looter, right?
Yeah, sure. And I think I saw one video when one Nigerian citizen was saying he's not there, he's just a driver, he's just passing by, or he just came to witness what is going on.
So it's obvious that some people were innocently arrested. Right?
Sure, yeah. You can't deny that fact. Whatever mass arrest is being done, definitely you will see there are some.
The innocents will also be arrested.
Yeah. So
it's all right, and it's also part of the reason why we're here today. And
sure.
We want to discuss about self-worth, right?
Yeah. Value yourself.
Yeah. We need you to know why you should value yourself as a person.
Yeah.
And at the same time, value others as well.
Yeah, that's very good. This value yourself. Before let's lay this foundation. We need to know what this value itself means.
Yeah.
When we talk about value, value is something that you place some the degree of what you place some degree of importance to, like the way you rate yourself, the way you rate others around you. It matters a lot, and most importantly, I think the way you value yourself really. It really,
it's how others will
value
right?
you. So I think I would advise all our friends out there to you value yourself first before you expect from someone else.
Because for instance, there's a level of value placed on yourself, right? And you would not, want to go out there to go and carry even a 50 kg bag of rice because maybe it's for COVID-19 and so what?
If you ask me, I think some people will say that they are not there because they are hungry or something like that.
So why were they there in the first place?
I think
were they to loot for their neighbors?
Not really. Someday there will be like our leaders are so wicked and for packing those things and as in packing it in one location like that till it gets spoiled. So instead of that, I think they see it as their right. So they go and I think that's why some of them exercise that.
But do you know that there are certain things that you might be entitled to, right?
Yeah.
It's your right,
right?
Sure. To receive part of the COVID-19 items, right?
Yeah.
But then the government were supposed to give the directive on how it should be shared, right?
Yeah.
So I think that as someone who really have some level of self-worth on yourself, you were supposed to wait for the government to share it. I mean, maybe because of this lack of trust that now exists between the government and the people masses, now, and the masses. So that's why they were not able to exercise any more patience.
Yeah, I think so.
And, they all joined to. It still boils down to
value yourself.
I mean the issue of value. How well do you value yourself?
Yeah,
there are certain things that even though it is your right for you to have access to, right?
Yeah.
But then you should have said, okay,
it should be done appropriately.
Because I am more than this, I shouldn't go out there. Take for instance, that civil defense officer, right? That was dismissed because he was cited carrying some of those palliative items somewhere in Gwagwalada, Abuja. For instance, now he has lost his job just because he has gone to pick a palliative. I mean, it's somehow. I don't think he should have, brought himself that low. Looking at the fact that he's an officer and to some extent,
law,
yeah. But then I think those guys were also not. They were too harsh on him.
Yeah.
I think
to put that record, that video across.
Apart from the video, I don't think that they should have actually sacked that guy or dismissed him from the service. There are other punishments that must have been meted out to him.
I think,
but unfortunately, he was sacked, and I don't think from this end we can make a case for him.
Yeah, I think
he has learned his lesson.
Yeah, sure.
Hard way,
but I don't know what to say, but in that guy's case, I think what I understand there, I think the federal government are doing that for a lesson. For those who are coming behind. Yeah, I think it's just a lesson. Because there should be other.
The thing is, the lesson is too harsh
on him. Yeah, considering his families and.
It is in this same country that a whole lot of looting have been happening in the government system, and nobody is stopping. He shouldn't have been sacked because of the COVID-19 palliative item. That's my position.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that. I think let's go on the issue of value yourself.
Yeah.
Like we always say, like we earlier said, and we're still saying to you out there to value yourself no matter what. Sometimes you find yourself in some situations like you see yourself worthless. Sometimes you see yourself being in a state where you think you're not supposed to be there. So you start comparing yourself. You understand?
That's bad.
Yeah, and I think let's take that first point of stop comparing yourself with others.
Absolutely.
You know, if you value yourself, there are points you get yourself, and you need to appreciate whatever you think you have, and stop comparing yourself.
Absolutely.
Because comparing yourself it will bring nothing but hurt to you, and it will keep comparing yourself. I think from what I understand, comparing yourself, this is what it will do to you. It will take your focus out of you and take it to the person you are comparing yourself with.
Yeah.
So it makes you worthless.
Absolutely.
So,
in other words, it makes you look like you're a slave. Not as if you are even a slave. Once you start living a life of competition, once you start comparing yourself with people unnecessarily, you start living like slaves, because 24/7 you're going to be on the chase after those ones you're comparing yourself with.
Of which you're not supposed to.
Yeah, because in life you always find people who are higher than you, whatever level you are currently, right? There are still people who are higher than you, and it doesn't mean that 24/7 you should now be chasing out after those
them,
who are higher than you.
Yeah.
You should be contented with who you are now, right? And that doesn't mean that you should not aspire to be more, to be a better human being, right?
Yes.
But then it is always safer when you are comparing your present self with your past self, right? To say, now I am at this level, I have achieved this, right? Today, then you compare your today's achievement, your current achievement, you compare it with yesterday's achievement. In other words, the past achievement. That kind of comparison is safe, and it will bring about personal development.
I think what you are trying to say is you should not that we are saying you shouldn't compare yourself with
compare yourself with yourself.
Yeah,
that's
I think
the
that's
idea
what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
So you instead of comparing yourself with others, which will bring and hurt yourself, I think it's better you compare yourself with you.
That's right.
You're best in a position to compare you with you.
Because on a daily basis, right, as you grow, as your body grows, right, as you grow old, right, you are supposed to be growing in every areas of your life, right?
Yeah.
And so if you can measure your growth with yourself, then you are still growing. Not until you start comparing yourself with others, right?
Yeah. I think we're making a move already, and we believe this will go a long way. It's nice when you compare yourself with yourself, because I think God created us for a definite reason, for a designated purpose, and
everybody is a unique creature, right?
Yeah. So
no human being was created exactly like another person.
So
right?
You're best the way you are. You are the best in the world. That is how God creates you wonderfully and to His own image. So
that's right.
You shouldn't be comparing yourself to
the way you are. You are the image of God.
Sure.
We're created in the likeness of God as well.
And let me bring to this. If you stop comparing yourself and start comparing yourself with you, I think there is this inner joy. Because you start feeling, instead of me comparing myself to somebody else, I will be like comparing myself with myself, and I start saying what I've done yesterday, and I am eager to do more today.
That's
I think
right. That makes you a free man.
Yeah, I think that would be nice for me, and I think I'll have, I think there is nothing like inner joy. When you start having that inner joy, I think it even gives you some level of growth, even more. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I still think we shouldn't settle for less.
Absolutely.
Because when you place more value on yourself, you aim higher. And
absolutely. Because 24/7 you would want to meet the standard of actually of who you think you worth, of what you think you worth, right?
Yes.
And so not settling for less is also key when we're talking about self-worth here.
Yes. So let's talk, when we're talking about don't settle, we shouldn't settle for less.
Yeah.
There are we need to just make it plain and make people understand what we really mean when we say you shouldn't settle for less. there are like if, for instance, if you have a manager, there are things the manager will rate you. You know, when you start rating yourself very low, there are people who are looking up to you. So they rate you high, but you at your end, you are rating yourself very low because you feel there are people who are still ahead of you. You don't really want to take the chances, or you don't want to appreciate yourself like the way it's supposed to be. You know, you start seeing yourself as you are below the standard, and I want to remind you guys out there that it's nice when you start rating yourself very high, and you know, the way, like we always say, the way you address yourself, that is how others will address you. So we encourage you to rate yourself higher, and don't settle for less. Keep shooting, let's say keep shooting to the right, to the success, and never relent or never giving up, because you know, there are challenges all over us. You know, you're going out and coming in is faced with challenges and difficulties all the time. So you just have to be like, you know, today I this is what I want for myself. This is how I want it to be for myself, and you know, I start rating myself high all the time. So I think it works better that way.
Absolutely.
You get?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is how it is, and we believe everything will work out when you value yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes. So let's talk about how to appreciating yourself. I think it's part of it to start valuing yourself.
Of course, man.
Yeah, because
you should be able to give yourself thumbs up if you know you know truly that you've done well in any area of your life. So you should feel free to appreciate yourself. It's also a sign that you're happy with yourself, and you value yourself.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk about appreciating yourself, it's not again. I think appreciating things around you, appreciating the kind of work you do, appreciating people around you, it matters a lot.
And that's a life of gratitude.
Yes, yeah, because when you see someone who is always so serious at all times, and who doesn't like to appreciate anybody or anybody around, you know, I heard someone say when you wake up in the morning, appreciate God, thank God, or appreciate God for the bed you lie on, the roof on your head, the clothes that you wear, all those things. I think it's part of it too. You are creating a value on yourself, and creating it, giving you more chances to be happy for yourself.
Of course,
yeah,
of course. When you learn to always trade your expectations for appreciations, you realize that you start living a happy life, right?
Yeah.
And of course, if you feed life and a healthy life, like you rightly said.
Yes. I think that's nice, and it is the I think it's something we need to understand about appreciating ourselves. You know, there are people who, you know, it's right when people appreciate you, but the first thing you need to know is appreciate yourself first. You need to appreciate yourself, which will lead others appreciating you. You know, they say success is being celebrated. I think it's celebrated, or it worked for secretly before you are openly celebrated.
People are being rewarded in public for what they practice, for what they do in the secret, right?
Yeah, so anyhow, whichever you find yourself, wherever you find yourself in any situation, you need to just remember to appreciate yourself. Absolutely. Because I think you are there for a reason. Wherever you find yourself, and any situations you find yourself, it's as a result of what you place on yourself, and what you want for yourself. You understand? Because you wouldn't want to be a successful man and always not be happy with yourself. I don't think it will really work. You understand?
Yeah.
And let's say, placing. What do you think about when we say learning how to say no sometimes? Do you think about that? Because if you are to value yourself, sometimes you need to say no and stand on it.
Absolutely.
Saying no sometimes doesn't mean
you're being disobedient.
Being disobedient. Because I learned saying no to somebody is saying yes to yourself.
Absolutely.
You understand? Because some of us have found ourselves in situations where we always like to please others and displease ourselves, which is not supposed to be so. That is like we earlier said. I think we are trying to see ourselves worthless when you always try to please yourself and please others
right?
and displease yourself. Do you understand? So I think it's a nice thing to do if you can practice or learn how to say no sometimes.
So the point here is you feel free to sometimes tell people no
and stand on it.
And stand on it. Make them see reasons why you cannot do some certain things for them. Right? Because truth be told, it is not possible that at all times you will be able to do or please people, right, by doing whatever they ask you to do for them, right? So if truly you know that, okay, somebody is asking you or is telling you to do some certain things, but if you have also cross-checked and you've seen that it is not very realistic, or with the situation around you, it is not possible that you do that thing for them, then you should feel free to tell them, no, I can't do this for now. I think it's even better that you said yes, you will do it, right? And you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Or better still, at the end of the day, you will not do it. So you see, saying no, right, will make people to see that, okay, this person really value himself. So it will portray your self-worth to the people as well. It will make people to want to be respecting you for who you are. Right? But by the time, at all times, you're telling everybody yes to whatever request, then people will not value you the way they should. And like you rightly said, they would start using you the way they want. And you're not meant to be like that.
No.
Right? So saying no, it's a good quality that you should have as a person.
Yes. Saying no sometimes doesn't really mean you are being disobedient. Saying no sometimes is a brand on you that look, I don't want to do this, and I will tell you, I'll make you know the reason why I said no.
That's
because
right.
I think that reminds me of some years ago where I was moved. Somebody asked me to do something, and I said no because I think it was against my faith. So I have to say no, and I'm not just saying no, but I give the reasons why I said no. And I think from there we have a cordial relationship within both of us, and I think it worked well for us. Saying no.
It commands respect.
Yes.
We can't overemphasize that, man.
Yes. So we need to always learn to say no sometimes. Sometimes you must say no sometimes because it's worth it.
Absolutely.
You need to say no sometimes because we are born for a reason, and everybody must not continue using it. So I think it's nice when we learn how to say no. You get?
Yeah.
So, and maybe I think let's not go outside our box of saying we value you and you place the value on yourself.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
It's also key that you value others, right?
Yes.
Because life is not all about you, right? You need to also place some value on other people's life, right? You should know that the same way you were created by God, that is how others were also created by God, right? And so you should value them and be mindful of how you treat them, because the way you treat others is how you yourself will be treated, right? So you should value your neighbors, you should value your fellow brothers and sisters, right?
Everything around you.
I think for the you see, we cannot be too quick to forget the Lekki massacre It's not just possible, and it's not going to happen. We are going to be talking about that massacre. That massacre, right? Because we value the lives that were lost, right? And if you look at the situation, it is obvious that those people, from those who sent soldiers to go and shoot at those guys at Lekki Toll Gate, they did not value the life of the children, or the lives of the youth that were gathered in that place. Those who were sent as well were not also valuing humans. They don't have value for the lives that were there, and that is why they could go there and shoot people to death, right?
It's very painful when we see some people like some people who fail to understand how to value others the way like I think those people who are being sent to kill others. I think if you will let someone gun them down or shoot them or point gun at them, I think they won't really like it. So I'm surprised at some people when they take decisions without
thinking the consequences, right?
Yeah, and even searching their mind, their conscience. If your conscience will really allow you, or it will just be free for you like that to take what you can't even create. So we are urging everybody out there to place value on others just as you expect everyone else to.
The life in you that is so precious to you is also precious to any other person around you. Yeah. So you should value their life. You should value them as human, right?
Talking about this Lekki massacre, and sometimes it's really painful. I don't know where I don't know what to quantify it with. I don't know how to say, but for how long are we going to continue with this? I think that there should be some level of integrity among ourselves, among every Nigerians, both the military personnel and the civilians, because I don't see any reasons why some people will be treating others like as if they are not human. I don't see any reasons why.
The oppression from those military guys in this country is quite unbelievable. I witnessed one yesterday somewhere in Abacha Road, and I mean, you need to see these young guys, right? There is a lady. The second person was a lady. They were all on military uniform. You need to see them, insulting this old man. They almost beat him up, if not for the fact that some police officers they came around and separated the fight. And I mean,
can I ask if is it that some people lost their conscience or what?
I don't know.
Because the way some people react to actions sometimes, I think it really devastates. It's really bad.
Maybe because of the power that is settled on them. Power, they say it intoxicates sometimes, man. So maybe with that uniform and the whole morale they give them from their training, whatever. But man, we cannot.
I don't think anybody would train you to disrespect, whom respect is due to. I think, like you rightly say, you said an elderly man has been insulted by the policemen.
They almost beat him up. Even
imagine. So I think I would say because you're wearing uniform, that has given you an effrontery to regard others as inhuman. It's not very right. So it needs to be addressed, and we need to work. I think Nigerians entirely need to work on that, and everybody has to work on that.
Absolutely.
So I think that is how it is, and I would believe things will work out right. So that's how it is, and it's been a great day. I think we thank God for how far we've gone, and to believe and to expect to give you more. You understand?
Absolutely.
So that is how it is. And
value yourself.
Value, yeah.
We can say this 1,000 times because it's key that you value yourself and you value the life of others around you. You were born to be great. You were born as a result of God's miracle. It takes miracles for you to come into existence, right? And so you should value yourself. Like we said, you are a peculiar person.
Yeah.
We are created specially to be you, and at all times you should feel free to be you, right? Feel free to live as a free human that God has created you, right? You need to give yourself that cultural permitment, right? You need to permit yourself to live freely as human being. You are not a robot. You are not a device that you need to be remote at all times, right? You should place some level of value on yourself.
Yes. So that is how I think. In addition to what he said, you are created specially, and God has the reasons for you. So it places a value on yourself that you are in this world for a reason, and
Absolutely.
And God loves you. You are the best in the world. No, there is no you in other place. You are the only person. In fact, God created you alone, and no copy of you.
That's right.
So you need to understand that.
You see, what you're capable of doing, right? Nobody on earth can do it exactly the same way, right? It's why, for instance, the children that I can give birth to, you cannot be able to give birth to them.
No.
It's the same reason why nobody has the same, thumb print like, any other person on earth. Your thumb print is unique to you. Your handwriting is unique to you. Nobody has the same facial look like you are. The soul that you were given by God, nobody has the exact same soul, right? So if you look at the whole, human creation, it's full of miracles, right? And so with all of those blessings that you are embedded with all of those blessings that God has, given to you, you should please place some, level of value on yourself, and stop living like you don't matter. You count a whole lot.
You matter.
You're important in the society. It's all about how do you value yourself? How do you carry yourself before others? Because that is the same level of, self-worth that they will place on you, right? So know that you were created in the image and likeness of God, right?
So that is how it is, and I think the word is enough for the wise, and I think we believe from today you'll start acting on it, and start placing some worth on yourself. So
the COVID-19 looting should not continue again. Stop looting the palliative
and
because if you're doing that, it then means that you did not value yourself well enough, man.
Yes.
There is more to life than eating and drinking, man. So come on. You can be better. I know the situation in the country right now is harsh, right? I heard very soon we will be going into recession even, right? So even in the face of recession, I still want you to know that you are more than any amount of dollar, any amount of naira that you will ever think of, right? Can you take for instance now, if you really know your self-worth as a person, you wouldn't want to remove one of your eye for $1 billion.
No.
You wouldn't want part of your ear, one of your ears, to be cut off for $1 billion. You wouldn't want even your nose or any part of your body, your hand, to be cut off because of $1 billion. not even $100 billion, if truly you know your worth as human being. So by the time we start rating ourselves the right way, by the time we start placing the right value on ourselves, then we will start doing things differently. Then we will start living lives differently, right? You see, the other day, right? Let me end with this now. The other day, I was inside tricycle, popularly known as keke napep, right? And there was this lady. There were two that joined me, right, inside the tricycle, and they were having random conversation, right? And I got to discover in the process that these ladies, they were prostitutes. Now, how do I know? One of them was, speaking about the fact that during COVID-19, they made a whole lot of money, and she said that is what it is. And she said they were home. Yeah, they were out for business, right? Because according to her, she said during the COVID-19 lockdown, right, there were a whole lot of boredom, right? A whole lot of people were, staying at home, and home at a point became, boring, right? Ourselves at a point, it almost became boring,
yeah, sure.
Right? Then she said, I mean, she was not gisting me though. I was just on my own listening to their conversation. They were, shamelessly discussing this in the public, right? And she said, because they were, experiencing some boredom, somebody can, just pick up the phone and, call on them to say, hey, can you come around? And that's that. That was how they keep making money with your body. Come on. So if you value yourself,
you won't be doing that.
You won't be doing that.
Yeah, because how you are.
And you who think maybe because any moment you feel bored, then the next option should be that you call. I hate using the word prostitute, right?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Let's work. Yes.
And you now call them to come and lighten you up, or is that all what you were created for? Come on. I think you can be better.
You can do better.
You can do better, man. You can do better. And it's not an option.
I think you don't have any reasons why you should call on prostitute when you're bored. There are books to read, and there are other things you can keep yourself busy doing, and instead of involving in such acts and bringing yourself down, devaluing yourself.
That is what it is. That is what it is.
Because
the more you engage in doing that, both you who is, who is patronizing and you who is selling, the more you engage in that kind of act, the more you devalue yourself, like you rightly said, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is all we have for you today, and we believe you start acting from today.
Of course, we just need to leave them at this junction.
Yeah, sure.
Let's all go and do our bit.
Do our bit, yes. You go out there and please some work on yourself. Stop all those things that devalue you. Stop all those things that are not are not really meant for you. So you could place more value on yourself. I think we like we always say, a word is enough for the wise. So,
of course.
So we believe you act on it. Thank you very much. We are here for you always. This is the influential TIS.
Man. Really this content, of course, is going to be on Podbean. Because we are live on Podbean now, so expect the podcast on Podbean. Always search for the Influence Show, right? Yeah. And it is what it is. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.